trained 1,359 people. We transformed 127 teams. We have thousands of people that have been certified. Enough with the vanity metrics. Did you ever wonder how your change initiative is really doing? Think of your organization as an internal market for the change. Consider pirate metrics, our metrics, to see how your change product is doing in this market. Acquisition or awareness, are people discovering our change? How effective are we at acquiring new interested people? Activation, are these people taking the actions we want them to? Are they starting the change process? Retention, are our activated changers continuing to engage with the change? Revenue, are we making money from user activity? What does this mean, revenue in the world of change? Revenue stands for value extraction. We should be measured in terms of change outcomes, not just activity. And finally, referral. Do changers like the change enough to tell others about it, to be ambassadors? How often do we get inbound requests to change from people that weren't on our radar yet? If you want to go the extra mile, you could changers the Chanel's PMF survey question. How would you feel if you could no longer use this new changed way of working and measure the percent who answer very disappointed? How about an example? Let's say we're trying to get people to change the names of their work artifacts to reflect outcomes. We're focused on a change audience, everyone in a product discipline in the organization. Acquisition would be how many product people are aware of this concept. We could use internal analytics to see how many of these people opened this new guidance, showed up for an info session, things along those lines. Activation. How many of these product people started actually naming items using an outcome orientation? That's probably a bit harder to measure at scale. You can think about a gauge or a checkbox for each work artifact where the product person indicates what does the name reflect. Is it an activity, an output, an outcome, or an impact that they're focused on? Retention. Do these product people continue to rename items? To name new items using an outcome-oriented name? How long do they keep doing it? Revenue. Are we seeing positive outcomes from these new names? Here is where we would have to be clear with the outcome hypothesis from the get-go. As part of the change, what are we trying to achieve here? And it's, not vanity metrics, it's outcomes. And do we start to see more and more of these product people showing awareness, getting interested, even without us reaching out? Can we measure somehow when people forward the playbook to others? As you can see, the concepts apply nicely, even if the telemetry to measure change might require some creativity when you're in an internal market. I've seen teams of internal change agents and product marketers that measure, open statistics on their emails and do people access materials on a sales enablement or product enablement side. So those are the sort of thing if you're, for example, a product operations organizations or a lineage center of excellence or change responsible for change, digital transformation that you should be thinking about. So think about the change or intervention you're currently advocating in your organization. What would the pirate metrics tell you? Would you dare asking the PMF survey question? And what do you do about this?